Welcome to my weekly spiel. Welcome to my weekly spiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Yada yada blah blah blah. It's time for Margaret's weekly spiel. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Yes, I know it's a bit early for Halloween, but today I thought it would be fun on my group, people who actually recover from coronavirus. It would be fun to have some lighthearted levity by having Funny Hat Day. So, everyone, if you are on my group, feel free to post a picture of yourself wearing a crazy hat. I got this when I was in Michigan back in 2012, I believe it was, at the Cracker Barrel. This beautiful witch's hat. I couldn't resist. And anyway, I'm happy to say that my surgery was a success, even though I'm still recovering. I'll spare you the gory details, but it is proof that rules must be followed. I'm starting to feel much better now, thank you very much, but I still can't have a bath or I'll risk infection. I'll spare you the gory details of that too. Which means jacuzzis, pools, hot tubs are out of the question. Well, duh, as if I would get to go to any of those places anyway. What else is new? I finished the third row on my Canada quilt, and this is the first thing on the second row. You will see pictures of progress of this thing on my group, the new Margaret Franklin Creations. And this, if you'll notice, there are little water drops here. I drew them on there to embroider over because I had a little accident this morning. I was eating cherry tomatoes and I had one that was a bit too big and I bit into it and it squirted everywhere. And I couldn't get the stains out, so I'm going to embroider over them with these little water droplets. Anyone who's seen any of my works before might notice, like, in the white areas, there might be like little flowers or mushrooms or little stars or something. It's been to disguise any stubborn little accidents, little stains that don't come out. Chocolate is my most notorious villain. I never learn. Like, I've got chocolate stains on stuff before, and nothing gets them out. So I embroider a little something over them. Lorraine's wall hanging from her upcycled t-shirts. I was talking to her, today, by the way. Hi, Lorraine. They have one of the panels has a bouquet of little sunflowers or little brown-eyed Susans, like little, the yellow flowers with brown in the middle. Because I was eating chocolate, of course, and I got a stain on it. I managed to get the stain out, but this was just shortly after my mom passed away, and I inherited a bunch of her stuff. I used the hair dryer I inherited from her, and it scorched the fabric and made an even worse brown mark. So I covered that with sunflowers. And anyway, I wanted to show you the what I've done on the quilt so far. The first 3 rows are done. I'll just zoom right back again, and I'll be here with you in a minute. Sorry to keep you waiting. I don't know how to edit stuff, so I just keep rolling. Oh, this is upside down. I forget exactly when I started this. The date will be in my Margaret Franklin Creations group. And here we go with all this. And the killer whales, musk oxen, peace tower, polar bears, this cool totem pole, and then this didn't come from the coloring book. This was from a Niagara brochure, the Clark's brochure. It has the Spanish arrow car, and if you look real close, my little cartoon characters are riding in the gondola, and my Mounties musical ride, and then the other 2 that I've finished since the pandemic started, this trippy, colorful landscape. And this is some Parliament building. If anyone knows what it's called, please let me know. Um, what else have I got to say? Let's. I've got my journal here. Yay! I've done a lot of writing in it, and these are my wristbands from when I was in the hospital having my surgery. I would like to say a very heartfelt thank you to all the doctors and nurses that made my visit a really pleasant one. They were also super nice, and it was quite the pleasant adventure. The worst part was spending the first 2 or 3 hours just sitting there being a captive audience to the COVID-19 news reports on CP24. Because my surgery was supposed to be at 12:30, and it ended up not being until 3 o'clock, which meant spending most of the day hooked up to an IV watching COVID-19 news reports. Torture! It was literally the longest day of my life, but at about 1:45, the nurses finally got smart and decided to, what do you call it? What were they? Change the channel. Duh. I'm having trouble getting out my words because I'm kind of tired and discombobulated here. And what was I saying? The next time I get to wear wristbands, not have to. Next time I get to wear wristbands, I hope it'll be at a theme park. And the next time I put my feet up in stirrups will be to get on a carousel horse. And all in all, it was a good and positive experience. I can't help wondering, though, if I was talking and singing in my sleep because I was quite loopy and I was tripping out over The Simpsons of all things. So I'm sure they heard me going da 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 da, because I could have sworn I heard them giggling. I gave them something different for different for their day, and I must have had my blood pressure taken at least 10 times automatically. The cuff would inflate. That was the most painful part. That was the most unpleasant. My doctor wanted me to get my blood pressure tested, so I have blood pressure tests coming out of my friggin' ears. And today I found out that the carousel convention has been canceled. I am not disappointed or surprised. I am beyond being disappointed or surprised about anything anymore. In fact, I have actually felt quite peaceful. I'm kind of relieved in a way because this will give my bank account time to recover. I can afford to pay off bigger chunks on my Visa bill since I ain't going nowhere. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel. Bye-bye. Be back soon.